Now we're going to find the area of a circle. And in order to find the area of a circle, we have to be given the radius. That's a very important piece of information. So many of you probably have heard the area of a circle. The formula to be pi r squared. And a lot of people say, but pi aren't square, pi are round. But this is a little trick to help you remember. Pi r squared. Now in grade 7, you haven't been introduced to square numbers much yet. Some of you may know what they are. But r squared actually means r multiplied by itself. So r times r, or radius multiplied by the radius. So if this circle here has a radius of 4 centimeters, to find the area, we're going to do pi 3.14 multiplied by 4 and multiplied by 4 again. So we'll use our calculator and we'll do 3.14 times 4 and times 4 again. And that's going to give us 50.24. Oh, we better move our calculator. There we go, we squeezed it in there. And because it's area, again, we're going to have units squared. So in this case, it's centimeters squared. A common mistake that a lot of students make is to actually, in this part right here, the r times r, a lot of students accidentally do r times 2 instead of r multiplied by itself. So be very careful that you don't do that, okay? Let's try another one now, and this time what we'll do is we'll take a look at a circle, but instead of being given the radius, we're going to be given the diameter. So say, for example, in this example, the diameter is 10 meters. This is a giant circle, and we want to find the area of that circle. So we're still going to use our formula pi r squared. So pi multiplied by the radius multiplied by the radius. But in this example, we don't have the radius. We have the diameter. So of course, you know now that to find the radius, we take the diameter and divide it by 2. So the radius in this case, and many of you can do this in your head, is going to be 5. So to find the answer, we're going to do 3.14 multiplied by 5 and multiplied by 5 again. Use your calculator. So 3.14 times 5 times 5. You're going to get 78.5, and it's an area, so our units are meters squared. Very, very important that you put your units in there. Now sometimes we'll estimate to check and make sure that our answer is reasonable. So to find the area of this circle, when we estimate, we're going to use 3 for pi instead of 3.14. So we're going to say 3 times 5 times 5. So we can use our calculator and we'll say 3 times 5 times 5, and we get 75. Of course, many of you could have done that in your head to work it out, because of course 5 times 5 is 25, and if you triple that, you get 75. So that's how we find the area of a circle. We use pi r squared.